Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical here. It's hot as hell and I got the air conditioner down so you can hear me better. But anyways, if you don't like foul language, get off my channel. You're on the wrong place. So this is a message to my South African friends. I'm not trying to pretend like by the way, I never know what I'm going to say when I turn this on. I was just talking to the guy sitting next to me who happens to be the son of the family that's over here. So he gets to see how it's done from this side. But I was just telling him I never know what I'm going to talk about, so I had to come up with a subject real quick, and here it is. I was thinking about this a couple days ago, and don't take offense. I'm not saying that you guys aren't smart enough to figure this out on your own, but sometimes the ones you love need a little push, and that's what Uncle Mike's here to do, is to push you motherfuckers into doing the right thing. There's two things I want to talk about with South Africans with respect to the genocide that's taking place and the atrocities that you guys are dealing with every day. I probably should make separate videos, but I'm just going to cram them into one. So, let's go with the first one. Unity. South Africa, and I'm learning a lot about you guys. Now that I started about a year ago, and now that I got a herd of you guys living with me, I'm learning a lot of the behind the scenes shit. One of your biggest downfalls, and this is, like I said, this is a talk to point out problems, right? If you love me, you're gonna tell me if there's a booger in my nose, right? Don't let me walk around all day like that. So I love you, and here goes, I'm gonna point out some boogers. You people don't stick together. White South Africans do not stick together. And that's a fucking big problem when it comes to survival. You ain't the first people to be like that. I'm married to a Vietnamese woman who was in the South when it got taken over by the communists in 75. And, you know, Vietnamese people, just to show you that you're not alone, they're a lot like you in this sense. If they coalesced and were together, they could fucking defeat any enemy. Oh, well, they defeated you guys in the Vietnam War. Well, that's debatable, you know? I mean, we won every fucking battle we ever fought with those cocksuckers, but we lost it politically because of the liberals in this country. But, another story. The point is, the Vietnamese people don't trust each other either. And they have fought the fucking Chinese, the Cambodians, the fucking Laotians. They fight all the time. And they don't trust each other. If you went to a Vietnamese village, you know, the dude next to you wouldn't fucking confide to his neighbor about anything. If the Vietnamese see a fucking person getting fucked over in public, they pretend they don't see it and they just walk on by because they don't want to get involved. It ain't their fucking problem. So there's other people that are totally different. If you look at the American prison system, the Hispanics in this country always stick together. You know, they may have gang warfare going on the outside, but you fuck with one of them in prison, and every Spanish motherfucker in that prison's coming for your ass. That's why they're respected. That's why they're feared in prison. Guess who else is like that? The Muslims are like that. You look at Afghanistan, every fucking country on earth has tried to fucking take over, from Genghis Khan to the British. Everybody goes to Afghanistan and everybody limps the fuck out. We stacked up more of those cocksuckers than any of those other guys, but we still, you know, but it's not like we wanted to occupy it. Another video. But let me tell you something about the Muslims. When there's an invader, every Muslim in the fucking country is gonna pick up a gun and come hunting you down, side by side with their fellow Muslims. When all the invaders are gone, they fucking start fighting each other. That's cool, because they got tribal differences. South Africans, you motherfuckers can be not all of you. If this doesn't apply to you, calm the fuck down. I'm talking to those that it does apply to. You're driving down the road and you see some fucking white dude on the ground and three black guys fucking, you know, pointing, and maybe one's holding a fucking pipe or something. You ain't fucking stopping, and I know what you're gonna say. Well, because we'll go to jail and we'll do that. They got you by the balls. That's what the government wants. They want you, and the population wants you to be so fucking afraid that you can't fucking stand on a beach and say the K word in another country without getting arrested. It's not gonna change unless you change it. I'm telling you, man, if you fucking drive down the street and you see a fucking white brother or sister getting hassled by fucking 5 black people, You jump out and start smashing afros. That's hair. Because you got to stick to fucking together. Otherwise, and this is the truth, the South African white people are going to be a memory. And the only South African whites that are going to be left are going to be living in my fucking house. Because you cannot fucking fight a larger body of enemy when you're divided. The old saying, a house divided shall fall. Whatever, you get the fucking point. So you need to stick together. You need to get involved. You need to band together. You need to all be on the same page. You're all being attacked. If you have your head in the sand and you pretend like shit ain't happening, you'll be the first motherfuckers to get that machete to the head. And don't go crying out for Jesus, because you had your fucking opportunity to protect yourself, which leads me to the next subject. There's a term in the military called PSYOPs, and it means basically psychological operations. It's psychological warfare. You fucking people need to start deploying it. You have a lot of... Listen, I'm not an expert on it, but let me just say this to you. When you fight a fucking enemy that's a larger force, you can do it with any enemy, but let's just... Hey, look at that turtle. There's a snapping turtle in the street. You have to look at their strengths. What are their strengths? And then if you're smart, like fucking LMS Tactical, who's safe over here in fucking America and can talk all this shit without any threats. Just kidding. If you're smart, you take their strengths and you turn them against them. You use the very strengths that they have against them. You have to know your enemy, yeah? Su Sung or Sung Tzu, whatever the fuck, The Art of War. Know your fucking enemy. Know everything about him. I don't even know your enemy, but I do know one thing that I'd be using against these cocksuckers. They are very tribal. They're very stupid. They're very fucking ignorant. They are very, they're like fucking 1,000 years behind any modern person in terms of their thinking. They believe in shit like witch doctors or whatever you guys call it. They're very superstitious. That's their Achilles heel, bitches. That's what you want to fucking use against them. No offense to bitches. Now listen. Yeah, let's just say, hypothetically, I'm a farmer. I'm a white farmer in South Africa. You know what I would do? If you ever saw the movie Blair Witch Project, they had these weird shit hanging from the trees that looked like some witchcraft shit that somebody made. I'd be making all kinds of weird fucking scary looking shit with chicken bones hanging off of them and fucking feathers and upside down fucking whatever crosses, whatever. I would make it look so scary. It'd be fun. I'd go in my workshop and create all of these fucking things to post on my property and to hang from trees. And I'd surround my fucking property with those things. And I might even, knowing me, I'd have a big sign with a big smiley face with a winking eye that said, "Killers of Whites, welcome." You don't think that's gonna fuck with their heads? If I'm a fucking medieval, backwards thinking, stupid ass K walking along, going to look for people to kill, and I come up on a property line and I see all this weird shit hanging there and a sign with a smiley face telling me to come on in, guess where I'm going? I'm going to the next fucking farm because these cocksuckers are waiting. There's something weird going on here. I don't understand it. I don't want to deal with it. You have to give them something that they're not used to. You have to fucking give them something they can't predict. Make it fucking interesting, man. Put weird shit all over your property, man. Scarecrows with big happy faces holding a fucking dead white baby fucking doll and say, "Killers come. There's a meal waiting for you." Just fucking turn their shit around on them. Use your imagination. Now, I know that there's fucking no chance that anybody's gonna do this shit. I'm just telling you what I would do. And there's somebody that might say, well, then you'd be dead. Well, guess what, man? If things keep going the way they're going, you motherfuckers aren't gonna exist. Sorry. Now, you can wait for divine intervention. And I hope that it comes. But the Jews during the Holocaust were waiting for the divine intervention too. And they ended up in big, massive pits and ovens. Just saying. There's history. What about the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia? Do they even teach you guys that? They slaughtered every fucking teacher, every doctor, every educated motherfucker. There's a movie and a book called The Killing Fields. Go check it out. You guys are not the first people to be slaughtered. You're not by a long shot. So you can do what all the other slaughtered people did and end up slaughtered, or you try something fucking new. Maybe you'll get slaughtered, but at the very least you'll go down as the fucking story. People will be like, hey, that's that fucking farmer that welcomed them on their fucking property and he got killed. That's awesome, man. That guy was a badass. Just do something different, man. Don't make it easy for these cockbiters. That's my video. It's time to go swimming for the dog. You guys stay safe. You know that my fucking love is tough love, because I'm not going to be the guy to tell you everything's fucking nice and pretty when it's not. LMS Tactical, I'm out.